Hi everyone, this is Serkat and welcome to my channel where I talk about board games from Japan. This is episode 4 of a preview series that I've been doing about the Tokyo game market that is happening this spring 2026. In this preview series, I talk about various games that are being announced, especially ones that have English rules or at least language independent components. In today's episode, we're going through 12 games pretty much. The number is getting more and more as more games are being announced. Like all the videos in this series, I will have links in the description below. It will be either the Tokyo Game Market listing, or if that's not up yet, perhaps a link to the website or the Twitter of the designer. But as soon as the listings go up, I always update the description. So without further ado, let's start going through the games. We've had quite a few announcements from some of the bigger publishers. So with them, sometimes they don't fully release like the rules compared to the more indie titles where they will also give you the entire rule book as well. So we just kind of have to go by vibe, but since these are also big publishers, you kind of know what to expect. So first up, we have from Engames, we've got the first title is Can't Win by Taiki Shinzawa. Big name, and on top of that, it has art by Sai Beppu. So these two collaborating is really fun. I remember I had once watched like an interview of Sai Beppu where she was asked like which designer she really wants to collaborate with, and she said that Taiki Shinzawa is the designer she looks forward to working with. They've done a title since then, No Loose Ends, and now this is their second time where this duo works together. A bit from Taiki Shinzawa, he's like a big name. He's done, the most recent one was the Tichtre. Damn, I don't know if I'm saying things right, but he's also done Maskman from Oink Games. That one is a big, very popular title. And he's also got like this game called American Bookshop, which I think it's a very like popular, desirable title that people have been looking for. And I think it's getting a reprint as well. I may be wrong on that though, I'm not sure. But I just wanted to bring it up because that's a game I really want to get my hands on. It looks really great. But now let's focus on Can't Win. This is a 3 to 4 players trick-taking bidding game. And in this game, you're going to start with some playing constraints that you're going to put on yourself at the very start of the round. And then kind of these constraints seems to be stuff like which cards you can win tricks with. Yeah, in a way, basically, it's like the name says, like, I can't win. Like, I can't win this trick because I've put this constraint on myself. And of course, since this is an Engames release, it will have English rules. And on top of that, I also want to talk about another game that I think it will be at the Engames booth. This one was promoted by Sai Beppu. So she's done a game with Sean Ross, who is the maker of Haggis. And she's done the art for it. It's called Trifle. And this is a 2 to 4 players trick-taking game as well, that it's based on an Italian card game called Briscola. So this one will also be sold at the Engames booth, and both of these don't take reservations, so you're gonna have to dash to that booth. I remember like last time when I went to Tokyo Game Market in November, the Engames booth was really popular, and they even like ran out of sold out of games at one point. So Ghost Lift, which was one of my first videos that I did in this channel. Yeah, that one I couldn't get my hands on it at the Tokyo Game Market. It had sold out by the time I made it through the queue. These are the two games I wanted to point out that will be at the Engames booth. Then the next release from like a bigger publisher we have is The Frozen Passage by Oink Games. This is their newer title. This is a 1 to 4 players game. It's co-op, so you're basically an exploration team and you are trying to build this inverted pyramid with your cards, and you're all trying to kind of match up and get to your destination at the top of the pyramid. you've got these cards that have numbers on them, I believe from 1 to 9. And the other players cannot see what numbers you have, but they can see the color of your cards. So you can kind of predict what each player has from that and try and work together. You're trying to create this path and I guess not really block other players from being able to put down their cards to get to the destination at the top. This game also has a couple more item cards as well that you can play, which add some like variety because they have certain placement effects like radios and dog sleds. So this is the newer title from Oink Games. So next up, we have a new Saashi and Saashi title. This is Railway Porters. Man, I just love the art of the Saashi and Saashi universe. Recently, like their most recent title was Shall We Dance? That was released, and then before that you had The Banquet, and now you have the Railway Porters as well. And you just look at this universe and you just, I don't know, it brings up this kind of like Wes Anderson fantasy that I have in my head. It's like, it's really nice. And this is a dice game. It has 26 dice, so you can treat yourself with it. There is boards, so I'm guessing you roll the dice and you place them on the boards. It's a dice placement game. It says, we don't have any more information on this, but it says that there are also 6 boards per player, so you can have like different map variety, placement, board placement variety. So yeah, this is the new title by Saashi and Saashi. And then another announcement from another big publisher. We're just going through them in this one, but this like past week they've just made so many announcements, all of them. So I figure I'll lump them all together in one video. So next up we have the new cubes from the Itten Games Cube series. So Itten Games is a Japanese publisher that just makes these beautiful, artistic, and really fun and unique, especially like dexterity games. And in this series, they have these cube games, which are about this big. Like they're really small and portable. And they're going to be, I believe, 6. So 6 types sold at the Tokyo Game Market. They've released like this picture. 2 of them are games that they're already out. One is Kappa Bros. So in this one, you've got these 2 Kappa like brothers. Kappa is like this Japanese fantastical creature. And on their head, they have this plate that has water, and they try not to spill it, otherwise they would die. So you kind of play on that theme. You're using a straw and you're dripping little droplets of water on that plate, and you're using the water tension to try and make sure that it just doesn't leak. And you also have to sometimes like move it to the other brother. So you really have to like keep your hands so steady so you don't break the water tension. So that is Kappa Bros. And then the other one they have is Nice Egg. This one, I believe in the older version, it was just kind of the egg. The newer one that I'm seeing here seems to have more components like bacon and tomato pieces. But essentially in this game, you had these egg white base and these egg yolk discs, and you were putting them in this plastic like egg shell, a bit like a Kinder egg, I guess, and you're putting it in it, and then you had to kind of crack that plastic eggshell and drop the egg yolk disc on the egg white surface, and then you were kind of trying to get it in the middle, trying to kind of stack it into a tower, an egg yolk stack. So that's kind of how it works. I just thought it was such a funny concept, the way that the idea of just cracking the egg and trying to and get that dexterity going on. I thought that was really funny. I'm horrible at cracking eggs, by the way, so I just found that hilarious. I always break the egg yolk. I can just never have a fun sunny side egg. Like, But maybe in this one, I'll be a little bit better. And then the other games they're announcing, so these are all new titles. You have Ping Pong Frog, which is you're bouncing these frog ping pong from your lily pad into this kind of pond area that has these rods, and you're trying to hit your opponent's rods. So again, a kind of a very fun little kind of bouncing ping pong game. Then you also have this, it's called Packback Robot. It seems that you have this cup with a little hole in it, and it's this robot that chomps energy cubes. So I'm guessing perhaps maybe the way it works is that you are sliding it across the table, taking these different cubes, and then you're gonna put them, it had this panel that seems that you put these cubes on it and you're able to get points. And then so that is Pack Robot. And then we have Candy Tab as well. That one looks so fantastical. This is a kind of a box contraption where at the top of it, it has a bunch of like candy jewels, and you're tapping on it and then they drop. I don't know how the mechanism works, but that sounds super cool. And it mentions something about greediness. So I'm guessing there must be like a punishment if you're tapping and too many candies come out. And they've also announced that there's going to be a fourth mystery box, that they will make an announcement near the end of April. So these are the Itten Cube series games. And I think we've kind of now gone through the bigger publisher announcements. So I will now show you some more of like the kind of indier titles. First up, on that front, we've got Masquerade Trick Party. This is actually from friends of this channel, Miss Board Games. They were the like first designer to actually trust and reach out to me, and it was one of the first videos I made, like showcasing like games like from indie publishers in Japan. So this is their newer title. It has art by Sai Peppu, and this is a 2 to 5 players trick-taking game with hidden roles and deduction. I've never played anything like it before, so it sounds super interesting. Basically, you're gonna get a role, and you have a mission. You have your day mission, which is like how many tricks you have to win, or like I'm guessing like specific tricks you have to win. And then you have your night mission, which is that you have to find a specific role. You have to deduce someone's identity. So you start in the beginning, which is the ball phase. Sorry, I called it day phase, but it's called the ball phase. So you start the ball first, and you do your tricks, right? You do the ball, you do the dancing, and it's a must-follow trick-taking game. Basically, if you win the final trick, you get to secretly look at one of the role cards. Everyone is gonna have a role card, but you're gonna have some in the middle of the table as well. So you get to look at the ones that are in the middle of the table. Is that you're gonna do that, you're gonna win the tricks, you're gonna kind of keep an eye out at who is winning what. And then next at the night phase or the offering phase, you're gonna give your rose token to the target that you think is the one that you're after, like for your mission. And if you are correct and you've also done your day mission at the ball phase correctly as well, you win the game, basically. I hope my explanation gave you justice, but it seems really fun. There's a variety of roles that can add like more configurations. So I'm really excited for this game as well. And the Saibepo art is just beautiful. Like, look at these cute characters. It just really puts you in a happy mood. Next up, we have Cookie Baker by Now-chan Workshop. This is a 2 to 5 player card collection pattern making game. In this one, you are gonna be shuffling cards face down and spaced around the table. Then on your turn, you're gonna start flipping. You can flip up to 4 cards. But if you reveal a card of the same type that you've already revealed, then your turn ends, and then you have to put down the cards again face down. and it goes to the next player. Eventually what you want to do is be able to reveal 4 unique cards, which you will then combine in such a way to form a cookie. And so cute. And then basically the cookie that you form, they're worth different points. So some cookie combinations are like 3 points, 2 points, 1 point. And the winner is whoever makes the most points in their cookies, basically. So I thought it was a very cute looking game. This designer also has like this other game as well that they will be selling an expansion for it, and I'm guessing they will also be selling that game as well. It's called Heart and Dagger, and it's a gamified rock paper scissors game. In Japan, they have a gamified rock paper scissors. Isn't that fun? Like, so basically, in this one, it seems to be a bit quirky. So you've replaced rock paper scissors with a dagger, shield, and heart, and only dagger wins. So all the other ones have like different effects, and I think the art in that one looks very beautiful as well. So I just wanted to bring attention to these games. Next up, we have a UFO game. I feel like I want to include a UFO game, at least one every episode. So now we are in our UFO counter, we are now two UFO games from this Tokyo game market. I even have my little UFO here to help me keep track. So I love UFO themed games, and this one, oh, the pixel art is just so good. This is UFO Ranch from Konbu Games. It's a 3 to 5 players trick-taking game. This is a must-follow trick-taker. You have 4 suits. 3 of them are animals, cow, chickens, sheep, and you also have a UFO suit that is always number 5. But the UFO suit is able to, whenever you play it, it will count as the same suit as the lead card. Basically, when you play, in the middle, you're gonna have these chips that have on them these various animals. And you are going to take the rewards from the middle of the table, depending on the ranking order of who won in the trick. And you have like different rewards. You're trying to get a lot of animals because they give you points. And if you have the majority of an animal, then you also get some extra points. But there's also some UFO chips, and what these do is that you can, if you take that, then you can abduct an animal chip from your opponent's ranch and put it into yours. Also, if you play a UFO card, you can teleport. It's the teleport effect, which it means you can take the top card from another player's pile, because you're collecting chips and cards as well. So this is how kind of this game plays. I kind of looked through the rules, but I think I can kind of get an idea around it. But yeah, they're also developing rules for 2 players for this game as well. And yeah, it looks really fun. So I'm guessing, yeah, it kind of works around that you're playing tricks, and you're trying to collect these chips and these cards that are in the middle to try and get as many animals and try and get a majority, if you can, of a certain animal. But then you can use the UFO chips or UFO cards to abduct or teleport cards or chips from another player's ranch to your player's ranch. That was a very succinct summary. Bravo, Serkat. I usually go on and on and on until I get to the point, but we managed. Next up, we have Agent Black by All In Studio. So this is a 2 to 6 players deduction party game, but without this deceit. So I suck at kind of party deduction games where I have to lie. I'm horrible at it. I really try and avoid to play them, but in this game, you don't have to worry about that, because it kind of works with more like memory and investigative skills and logic. So in this game, you are secret top agents, and each of you will receive 3 cards. That will be your hidden identity. It will be your disguise, your location, and a special item. And on the table, you're gonna lay out these chips that each of them has all the various disguise locations or items that you could possibly get. And then you have this token, which is the investigative token. And each player will take turns moving it around, and then you're basically inquiring what this token is placed on and the ones next to it. So, for example, in their picture that they've put up, they've placed the token on the lighter. So if anyone has that item, and then next to it is delivery man, and then on the other side is airport. So you're kind of investigating if anyone has these secret identity cards. Players will then put their hands in the middle. If you do have any of those three, you're gonna give a thumbs up, and then it goes on to the next player, and so on and so on. But you can also choose on your turn to pick the little pistol and point it at someone and basically accuse them on what their secret identity is. So you're gonna have to accuse them with their disguise, location, and item that they have. If you succeed, the player that you've accused, you've revealed their secret identity, so they are out. And if you failed, as a penalty, you have to reveal one of your secret identity cards. And this is basically kind of a battle royale game. So you're gonna be playing and accusing each other until one of you remains. And basically the winner is whoever ends up being the sole survivor twice. So you can play it multiple rounds. Yeah, it seems very interesting. I like the art of it as well, like the noir aspect of it. So this is something you may want to check out if you're a little bit like me, where deduction games and deceit can be so tough. But with the memory component, I may actually stand a chance at this one. For our next game, we have Slopes of Bordeaux. Bordeaux. I hope I said it right. There's a lot of letters there. So Slopes of Bordeaux is a tile placement game for 1 to 5 players by designer Toshiki Sato. So actually they've done a couple of works that you may know already if you've been keeping up with the Japanese board game scene. They've done Ukiyo-e and Flower Marsh and Happy City and Legendary Forests, which are both like licensed abroad. So you may find them outside of Japan. And now this is their newer title. The art is done by Makoto Takami and Yumi Yoshida and looks so pretty. Tile placement games was how I got started into this hobby. Carcassonne was my entry and my starting Pokemon into board games. So I really like tile placement games, and this one looks really pretty as well. So you're gonna have these pentagonal tiles that are going to be in a face-up lineup, and then you'll be placing them in front of you, making your own little kind of Bordeaux vineyard. The way you're placing them, you're trying to score these objective cards, which by the way also have English text on them as well, so you can play the game straight from the box. Also in this one, when you completely surround the tile, you get to play again. And you also get points by making the largest vineyard, which are the kind of the purple tiles. So this is pretty much some of the information I was able to gather from the video that the designer released. So this is Slopes of Bordeaux. I also know that this designer is gonna have some of their older titles sold as well at their booth. That will be Ukiyo-e and 8-bit Mockup. And you can check out those games as well. They are listed on Board Game Geek. Next up, we have our first DVD case game. These are really fun. They come out at the Tokyo Game Market. They're literally using a DVD case and they make a game out of it. This is Dillo's Shady Dealings by Hof Games. I think I've talked about this publishing house before, like Hof Games. Their motto is to make seriously cute games. That is a commitment I can stand behind. I actually have one of their games here that they sent me over. This is Candy Spiders Leopards, and I'll be making a video soon about how this one plays. This is actually the English and French localization version, so you may be able to find this if you're outside of Japan. And it's by Mushoka Studio, which is another like great upcoming new studio that they've been publishing a lot of Japanese titles. I have one more game from this studio as well. So if you want to be able to access some Japanese games outside of Japan, check these guys out. But yeah, Hove Studio. Let's go on now to their new DVD title, Dillo Shady's Dealings, and look at that art. So cute! This is a 3 to 6 players deduction and drafting game with some batting elements from what I've gathered. As I mentioned in previous videos, so batting is this Japanese mechanic where you make a simultaneous decision, like a choice, but if any of you make the same choice, you get a penalty for it. In this game, it says, at night, the armadillos perform some shady dealings. Among their wares are some legendary treasures, but also very suspicious items. So in this one, from what I've gathered a little bit in how it plays, you're going to be placing these tokens that are various different items with different abilities, effects, and values. And you are going to be kind of opening it and picking it up to like a certain level and taking like some of the tokens in it, and you're trying to figure out where the treasures are, because in this game you win if you are able to obtain 2 treasure tokens or 6 or more coins. Each chip has a different effect, like some let you gain coins, others let you steal from others let you get clues or give clues to where the treasures are. This one looks like the rules may seem like they're only in Japanese, but I know that this publisher is actually putting in the effort to now add English rules to their games as well. So that was also the case with this game that I have from them. Like, let me find it. Ta-da! This one. This is the Boobies Dance. Now that completely demonetized this video. And basically, this one I saw it, I was like, this is so cute, I need to have it. But I thought it didn't have English rules, but actually turns out they did. And I even made the whole Board Game Geek page for this one, actually, because you should be able to enjoy this game. It does have the English rules, and this is really fun. It's like a how do I describe this one? Now we went on to a completely new game, but I'm guessing they will also have this at their booth. But this one is like a dancing Uno, is the way I can describe it. So you're kind of, yeah, a dancing Uno. Maybe I'll make a video about this one as well. It plays very interestingly. So yeah, this is by Hove Games, their new DVD case game. And then next up, we have Chimera Tricks. The designer is called Better, and this is a 3 to 4 players trick taking with a very interesting mechanic. This is so interesting. So this game has English rules, so you can go and check them out as well yourself. Essentially, this is a must follow trick taker, but the twist is that when you lose a trick, the card that you've played stays in front of you, and then in the next trick the new card that you play basically combines with your previous card, and it creates this Chimera trick. And this basically allows your new trick to either have a stronger rank or to have multiple suits. But at the same time though, you do want to win tricks as well. Because the winner gets to take these grimoire cards that are in the middle, and some of them are worth positive points, some of them are worth negative points. There's also some special cards, like there's this one that has a variable rank where when played by itself it's worth 0, but when you make it into a Chimera with another card, then it's worth it's 10, its rank. And you also have these cards that have a crystal on them, and when you win a trick with that card, then you get a crystal, and you can use that crystal to convert any grimoire cards that you won in previous tricks or even in later tricks, to convert any grimoire cards that you won, which are negative points, and you can now convert them into positive points. It's really interesting. And also like that kind of Chimera mechanic is really fun. The rulebook is really nice. They are giving a lot of examples of how the Chimera mechanic works. So this one is a trick taker that I'm very interested in. And then speaking also of another trick taker with a really nice rulebook, we have Oshaka Trick by Bamboo Games, and the designer is Kagaki Keita, which is like this upcoming designer that they're like really making a name for themselves. Their game identity was ranked by Thinker and Themer in their top 10 small box games for 2025. I have a video on this channel as well for how this game plays. It's a very interesting game. I really enjoy it. I enjoy the way that you have very limited options of what tricks you can play. So it's a really smart one, and you can check that out if it interests you. But this is now their newer trick taker. So in this one, this is a 3 to 5 players game where you have to survive 13 hellish tricks. What you do in this one is that as you're playing and you're winning tricks, you are gonna place them in a column with an ascending number order per color. And the lowest, the number at the bottom of the column, which will be the higher number, that is your score for that column. However, if you win a trick and you get a card that you cannot place it in that column because it's a lower number than what's already at the base, then that one is a penalty, and you're gonna kind of flip it sideways, and those are negative points at the end. Another thing kind of that you can do is you can also kind of self-punish yourself by winning some certain cards in the beginning. Like even before you kind of have to place them, you self-punish yourself by turning those over. Those are worth only like -1 point, but you're essentially managing your column and allowing yourself not to get trapped with like a very high number that may kind of restrict you in the future from placing all the smaller numbers that you may end up winning. It also has this thing where in the second round, if you haven't collected 4 colors already, so if you've had like maybe two color columns or 3 color columns, the 4th color you end up collecting in the second phase, those are just minus points. So basically this game is very punishing. You are going through hell to try and win it. But yeah, very interesting concept. I'm also very excited for that trick taker. And I think we have now basically gone through all the games for this video. I'll be making more as the days are getting closer and closer, and I'm guessing these videos are gonna be getting longer and longer. But if there was any game that I've talked about that interested you, let me know down in the comments below. Some housekeeping that I want to bring up. Look at what I have here. Look at this. Have you noticed it throughout the video? We have Spot Me Gaffer by Fandom Lab, which is their upcoming release for Tokyo Game Market. When I opened the box, when they sent this to me, I gasped, because I don't know if you can see in the video, but this thing sparkles. This box sparkles. This is the most beautiful game box I have ever seen. It's so pretty, and yeah, I will be making a video showcasing this game coming up in the coming days. I also want to bring attention to a Kickstarter the Fandom Lab is having right now. It's another game that they released in 2019 called Monster Decoy. And they're gonna be they have now, the Kickstarter is live. It has new components, new arts. It looks fantastic. It is a classic like Fandom Lab spatial brainy game. So thank you so much for watching up to this point. I'll see you around, I guess. Like and subscribe, that too. Thank you, and bye.